Maranatha, my PBC family and friends. Pastor Brian here with another quick bite, living the word. Today our words are going to come from Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. And what brings this upon my heart this morning is, in particular, yesterday we were down at the church doing some stuff and working around the building and stuff. And we had to witness somebody, really honestly, and the best term I can use here is to abuse an animal. Their dog in particular. And it really was kind of upsetting, not just because we love dogs, we're dog lovers, you guys know that about us, but more than that is because of what the Lord has to say about how we're supposed to respect and treat our animals. And in particular, I mean, there's several places we can see this. I mean, even starting in Genesis, that we were given rule over them. And when you're a good ruler, you don't beat your subjects. And you don't treat them with disrespect that way and stuff like that. I'm not going to go into big Bible study this morning about this thing. But here's the point of the matter. In Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10, a very poignant verse about this idea says, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel." So literally what he's saying here is the righteous man even considers, that's what that idea there, that regardeth, even thinks about the life of his beast. What kind of life does my animal have? What kind of life does my dog have? Are they fed properly? Are they cared for? Are they loved? Are they, nourished? Are they, secure and things like this? You regard the life of your animal. This is what he's saying here. You consider the life of your beast. And so really, and what he says there is the righteous man doth that. And so what's amazing to me about that is then he goes on and says, but even the tender mercies, quote unquote, the tender mercies of a cruel man, right, or of a wicked man are cruel. So, it's interesting because you can tell a lot about somebody's personality, a lot about how they think about the Lord and their relationship with the Lord and God's relationship with them, in a lot of ways on how they treat their animals. Look at them. I mean, if they think it's appropriate to just stranglehold or to get fly off the handle at an animal because it's just an animal. Well, is it okay for God to fly off the handle at us? He has rule over us. We are submissive to him. And so we know that that's not how God treats us. So why do we want to treat our animals that way? Now, I'm not saying you can't train them. I'm not saying that they can't, things like that, guys. But I'm just saying when you see that obsessiveness, that over-the-top stuff, you know that they're wrong. And you know that if you have that heart, you need to pray about that heart because God would want us to have a heart that regards even the beasts of our home or the beasts in our lives, to consider them and recognize the value they have even to God himself. God created them. God made them. God loves them. It says that all of creation groans for the return of the Lord. That means even the animals themselves, guys. So keep those things in mind as you kind of think about animals in your own life and how you may treat them or how others may be treating their animals. And certainly, by all means, you can know a lot about somebody's character based off of those things. So I hope this encourages you today and just challenges you a little bit too as well. I love you. We love you. God loves you. And God's got this.